Hello, and welcome to the GVSU Library's video on bias in information sources. In this video, we will discuss what bias is, how bias affects research, and what you can do about bias. When you think of bias, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Bias is a mostly unconscious action that is defined as the cause to feel or show inclination for or against someone or something. Let's say you have two roommates, A and B. Your friend C asks you who is the better roommate. You may immediately answer roommate A. When your friend C asks you why, you then start to realize that roommate A and you have similar schedules, so you spend more time together. Therefore, you have a bias toward roommate A. But roommate B shares your need to keep the place clean. It's not that roommate B is a bad roommate. You just have an unconscious bias to A because you spend the most amount of time together. Bias is a natural function of our brains. All people have bias. There's even a scientific word for it: cognitive bias. By being aware that everyone has bias, you know that the people who write the sources you use in research also have their own biases. This is true for newspaper or magazine sources and even peer-reviewed journal articles. So, if every source you encounter in research has bias, how can you be sure you're using the best sources for your paper? The first thing you can do is accept it. Accept that there will be bias in every source. Also, accept your own biases. Your brain is scientifically proven to believe information that you already agree with, rather than information that you may already disagree with. Accept that this will happen whenever you encounter new information. Research. Read about a topic and read from various different viewpoints, not just those that you agree with. It can be difficult to read ideas that do not align with your own experiences, so it's important to be flexible with your research approach and topic selection. Explain. If you're aware of how bias could impact the information in your source, make sure you explain this bias within the body of the paper for your readers. As you get ready to begin your research journey, remember that bias is a natural function of our brains. All people have bias. Bias is not necessarily bad, even in the research process, and this video has shown you strategies to address the impact of this bias. Still have questions? Remember, you can always reach out to your liaison librarian or the research consultants at the Knowledge Market to help you.